At ano nga ba? Hello? Hello, ewan ko kung naririnig na po tayo, hindi ko kasi nakikita yung indicator, pero yun na nga po. Hello po, maligayang pagdarating po sa OC Philippines Nationals 2025 OC May 4K Semifinals Tournament 2025. Ako po ang inyong mag-iisang commentator muna po ngayong gabi, ngayong hapon, si Sir 25. At we have this very, very fun matchup. We have this very, very fun matchup between our number 8 seed, Sirelia, and our number 5 seeded player, si Buenoo. And this particular matchup is in the winners bracket ng ating winners bracket ng ating patimpalak po ngayon. Wow! Ayun. So, ayun na nga po. We have Sirelia against Buenoo, and without any delays, tignan natin kung ano mangyayari dito. Tignan natin kung anong mangyayari. Anyways, we're looking into itong mga pagulong-gulong nila. Kung ano mangyayari dito sa ating picking strategy. Tapos Sirelia with a big 95 sa kanyang rolls. At 76 po ang napunta kay Buenoo. So ang ating unang protect ay mapupunta kay Sirelia. Ang ating unang ano nga ba tawag natin dito? Ang ating unang protect ang ating unang ban ay mapupunta kay Buen. And honestly speaking, like I'm actually not sure kung ano magiging itsura ng ating selection strategy dito. This is a particularly difficult match to call, personally speaking. Pero malalaman na natin siguro kung ano mangyayari dito. Sirelia is protecting hybrid 2, which is ang ating rice-based hybrid. Some people will actually say that this might actually be one of the easier picks in the pool. Pero like this is actually pretty shaky, I'd say. Hindi ko naman masasabi kung if this is an appropriate protect as of the moment, kasi in this match in particular, there's a lot of things that can go well or go wrong for both of these players. Pero at least I do think that this is a particularly close matchup. Like if both players play to their strengths. Ang kailangang ingatan ni Sirelia dito is the accuracy, I'd say, especially pagdating natin sa mga rice picks, which Buenoo has been really good at since even the previous edition of PH Nationals. Ito naman si Buenoo will have to be careful with anything outside of the rice pool. Kasi this is like uncharted territory for both of them. Like I think this is like the first actual competitive match na we're gonna see both of these together like in 7K. Like I haven't seen a match of these two in 7K unless if I'm misremembering something. Ayun. Naman si Bueno protecting the core jack pick, which is pretty much expected for Bueno here. Protect the core jack pick, like get the accuracy pick locked in for you. Ngayon naman po ating bans. I presume Bueno will be banning either LN1 or LN4. Or maybe even LN2. Like each LN pick has like a reason for getting banned. Has a reason for getting banned in this matchup. Like LN1, like very hard releases. LN2 you have a slow song. LN3 ang daming shields. LN4 it's just full LN. Kaya There's like a lot of reason for it to get banned, and Bueno is opting to ban LN4. Goody Goody Wonderland is out of this setup. And once si Sirelia naman ang magbaban. Ang kanyang ban, kanyang first pick as well. Okay, I think Sirelia will be taking their time here, picking here. Kasi I'd say this pick will dictate a lot of this matchup. And Sirelia is banning Rice 2. I like this ban coming from Sirelia. Mostly for making sure na yung matchup matchup will basically iiwasan yung other accuracy heavy chords team pick. At ayun, LN1 ang pili ni Sirelia to open up this match, and we're immediately going for the hard releases. And we are gonna go underway in a few moments for this matchup. And here we go. Sirelia going against Bueno for this match. For kind of all the marbles really. Pero again, this is a winner's bracket match. If you're wondering po, Sirelia did enter this matchup kasi winner by default siya against a match against Boji. Boji did have a few issues with their with the weather nung Sunday. I hope that Boji is okay after all of that. Bueno, I think has shown really impressive form over the two matches that they've seen over the previous weekends. But as it stands, we're not gonna see that, I would think, kasi we have an LN pick that I'd say Bueno isn't exactly the strongest in. Even with the miss coming from Sirelia, the gap is pretty large. Pero kailangan lang mag-ingat si Sirelia dito to maintain this form really, because you're just gonna expect Bueno to struggle in this chart. And Sirelia is gonna continue stretching the lead. They find the drop, but it doesn't matter muna. Like, those misses won't really matter kasi tinatrade naman ni Bueno on a more frequent, on a more frequent pace. Now entering the final third of the chart na medyo it gets a bit more wacky compared to earlier sections. A few 200s from Sirelia, dropping them to below 98%, but that is still, like, there is still a big margin really between these two players. Bueno has finally stepped into the 97% territory, pero the gap is really big now. This is a really dominant pick for Sirelia here, who has amassed a really big combo now. Like, hasn't missed that much really. Early misses come from Bueno, and Bueno has dropped their combo as I mentioned theirs. Medyo struggle talaga dito sa mga releases na to, pero that's kind of what you'd expect, I'd say. As Sirelia will be picking up their first point, and I'm pretty sure Bueno has something to reply immediately. Uy, kaya pala. I think Bueno has mentioned that they are using the wrong note scale for some reason. Not exactly the, not exactly the best. Not exactly the best thing to happen. Anyways, it is Bueno's turn to pick. It is Bueno's pick indeed. Ngayon, hinihintay na po natin. I presume Bueno is gonna be picking any of the rice picks really. Medyo iiwasan nata yung mga EX picks mo siguro in the earlier phases of this match really. Medyo medyo alanganin eh. The only time you go EX siguro, especially for the match of this close, is on the later stages. Bueno is going for Hybrid 1 Miku Miku Beam. Tignan natin kung anong mangyayari dito. At tayo mag-ano na. We should be starting a few moments from now. I think ang ano dito, magiging point of contention dito, especially for Bueno is this will be fuck na like this is a LN heavy this is a LN heavy hybrid kaya this is gonna be a pretty fun chart to monitor really for both of these players. And immediately Bueno's accuracy is really strong. Pero here comes like the funnier patterns and they immediately find the miss. The accuracy is holding their lead here. Yung accuracy ni Bueno dito ang nagpapa-maintain ng lead dito, especially now they're back above the 400 combo bonus cap in score V2 ng Mania. Meanwhile, for Sirelia here, they will want to increase that accuracy as much as possible, really. And just maintain the combo as well. Kasi, ang theory dito is like if your opponent is gonna out-act you the entire way through, you might as well maintain your combo and try to be as good, score as high as you could. Kasi hindi natin alam kung ano mangyayari dito sa kalaban mo, kung mag-mismatch or something. Pero Sirelia trading misses, and Sirelia has like had a really messy sequence right there, dropping them to below 98.5% in the process, and that is not a good sign for Sirelia. Meanwhile, for Bueno, still above 99.4. The skin change is really warranted for them. Also, I'm still mad na hindi LN yung beam. I'm still kinda mad, but Bueno with uncharacteristic misses on those mini jacks. And yung full LN, si Bueno medyo nagka-problema. But the accuracy lead is just really big. But as I mentioned that they find a 10th. And another big miss coming from Bueno, dropping them to just below 99.1. Medyo naging alanganin, pero this is still big advantage. Another trade between these two players. That is not gonna help Sirelia actually. Because trades favored the player in the lead. And I think Bueno just needs to take this home now. There's still a quarter of this chart remaining. Kaya kailangan niya mag-ingat. But so far so good for them though, maintaining 99% and this 99% accuracy really. Oh, another miss on that shield. Pero yun na nga, Another miss coming from Buenoo, dropping to below 99%. Oh, another one. Kailangan mag-ingat ni Buenoo dito. There's still some short remaining. And the lead is shrinking, pero I don't think there's enough time. Buenoo should be able to score their first point. Pero I'd say it might be possible that Buenoo did not expect this start to be this close, I'd say. At ayun na nga. It is Sirelia's pick now as we are tied up. And Sirelia is gonna be picking LN2. Ang ating LN coordination pick. What I'd say the slowest song in this pool. Okay. So, hinihintay na po natin makabalik si Buenoo sa kanyang pwesto. And Buenoo is back. So, lang. Pero ngayon, Buenoo will have to contend with this pick. Medyo kailangan mag-iingat ulit ni Buenoo with these slower LNs. Pero Sirelia as well, really. They should try to act this as well as possible. And we won't really know much of the accuracy, much of the accuracy difference like with these intro patterns. Pero as these LNs start to kick in, malalaman na natin who has like the better accuracy really. And combo will be a factor here as well, kasi if you miss somewhere in this chart, it's not the easiest to claw back due to the amount of notes in this chart. And Sirelia has been dropping accuracy fast, already dropping below 99%. Meanwhile, for Buenoo here with a 99.2, kailangan na mag-ingat nito because Sirelia is within striking distance. Buenoo finding a drop, pero the accuracy is keeping them up for just a few moments, and Sirelia now has the lead. And Sirelia has dropped their combo as well. And that will slowly swing the lead to Buenoo's side, but Buenoo did trade with two misses of their own. And is now below Sirelia in terms of accuracy. So, this is still really close with these two players. Like, this lead is not safe at all, regardless. Regardless of what happens here, this lead is not safe. Kailangan pa rin mag-ingat ang ating dalawang player dito, especially if you're Sirelia. You have the combo advantage. You have the act advantage as well. You do not want to drop this. For Buenoo naman, try to claw back. Ooh, but that sequence is not helping them. That should stretch the lead to Sirelia a bit more, and Sirelia has been slowly gaining towards that 99% accuracy, which they should hit a few moments from now. And Buenoo finding another drop in those big those holds with big chords. Oh, unfortunate drop as well at the spacebar. The worst place to miss as well. Really, really impressive form shown by Sirelia now in this chart. And we are Sirelia finally managing to find the drop, but the lead is big enough that it won't matter at all. And Sirelia will be picking up their second point of this match. Only a few notes away now. At ayun na nga po. Sirelia just missing out on the 99% on this chart, but they pick up their second point, which is very important for them. Tandaan niyo po, ang panalo sa match na to is assured of a top 3 spot in the tournament. I forgot about that implication kanina. So ayun na nga po, tactical timeout kay Buenoo. They are gonna be restarting their PC, I think. So it is Buenoo's pick as well. You are seeing the pool as it stands. And if you're Buenoo, actually, like, ano pa, you still have a pretty open pool for the most part. At pero you could also consider picking Rice 4 if you're Buenoo, picking your Protect at this point just to tie this matchup, like get that assurance point in. Pero you could also go for EX1. Maybe EX1 is maybe a pick as well, like if you want to just fully outplay your opponent. But I feel like it's not exactly the safest to pick in this phase yet. There's also Rice 3, maybe even maybe Rice 6 as well. Buenoo is like has a decent amount of charts really to pick. Okay, so just a few moments. We're just waiting for Buenoo to come back. So, if you are new to the stream, this is the OSA Philippines Nationals 2025 OSA Mini 4K 7K tournament. And I am one of the co-hosts and the sole commentator for this matchup. Surf85. Ayun. We should be, and you are seeing a winner's bracket match between Sirelia and Buenoo in the 7K division of the tournament. And I think Buenoo should be back in the room now, and it is their pick. Hintayin na lang po natin kung ano magiging pick ni Buenoo dito. Which I presume is going to be a Rice pick as another Rice pick. And they are going for Rice 4. As I've mentioned kanina, I'd say this is Buenoo's safest pick. Like, especially kung accuracy lang po ating titignan. So we should be starting a few moments from now for the fourth chart of this matchup. This is our core jack pick, and if you're not that familiar with the players, Buenoo is known to be one of the best core jack players in this entire roster. So, ano lang, like if you're Sirelia, you want to score as high as possible kasi hindi din naman sure point din to for Buenoo eh. Like you have to be very consistent as well, and Sirelia is showing better accuracy than Buenoo as it stands. But as I said, that they find a miss, and that immediately swings the lead here to Buenoo. But again, this is a long chart. There's like a lot of notes to negotiate, and if you're Sirelia here, you just want to get that accuracy. You want to recover as much accuracy as you can, but a few 200s, and a 100 to boot is dropping them to below 99.3, and a miss as well. So that will stretch the lead a bit more to Buenoo's side of your screen. And Buenoo has been maintaining a full combo throughout this entire thing, and Buenoo needs to be really consistent now to stretch this a bit more, as Sirelia is finding yet another drop. And now, going into this short break section, a miss coming from Sirelia, absolutely the worst place to miss, dropping them to below 99%. And Buenoo has increased their accuracy to a 99.8. They've been increasing their accuracy throughout this entire thing. And like, we're just a third of a chart away from a virtual best of 5 in this matchup. Isang gelods nakita natin mula kay Buenoo. That's a 50, dropping to below 99.8. But is it really gonna matter? Because the accuracy advantage is really big here for Buenoo. The score gap as well. This is the most dominant score gap that we've seen in this matchup. I'd say more dominant than what we had nung previous pick natin. Another 50 coming from Buenoo, but that is not really gonna matter at this point. Buenoo just needs to take this home now. Sirelia with another drop. And I think this is pretty much it. Buenoo will be picking up their second point of the match, despite missing out on the full combo. Still with a 987k. What a core jack pick. That is really, really strong. Meanwhile for Sirelia, valiant effort trying to come back to a 99% accuracy in this pick, but it's just not meant to be in this match. So yun na nga po. Actually no, this is not the virtual best of 5. Virtual best of 7. Kasi first to 6 points tayo ngayon this weekend. Similar to what we had in quarterfinals. So we are now at 2-all. And I think we have someone joining us in the call here. Wait, no. Si ating moderator son. Si the legend ng New Nintendo, late IBM, distinguished Mr. Vice. Okay. Anyway, si Ikino said. Anyway, Sirelia is picking Hybrid 3. Ayun, picking Hybrid 3. Which, I'm not sure, is a good pick to go for. Maybe, actually no, wait. I think this is a good pick to go for. Reliant on a lot of the shields and the technicality of this chart, the technical LNs. Maybe looking into what happened ng LN2 kanina. Pero we are to note that we have to note that no one has scored a break point just yet. At ito na nga po, we have Gewa. So now we're gonna see how Bordis is gonna negotiate these super technical LNs. Pero tandaan natin, there is a considerable amount of rice notes, regular notes in this chart. Kaya buenoo has a case on keeping some accuracy here. And we're seeing it right now. Pero Sirelia is well within striking distance. In case we see a miss coming from buenoo. And we have to note as well, buenoo has the combo advantage as well, as we see Sirelia finding another drop. And they've gone below 99% now. Like, buenoo just needs to hold on really to whatever advantage they have right now. And Sirelia needs to get that accuracy up. Like, the combo is right there. Like, you really want to score as high as possible when your opponent is gonna out-act you, really. And limiting the amount of accuracy drops. If you're Sirelia, that's like the thing you need to do. As you now enter the final third of the chart, buenoo finding a drop in this mini inverse section. 2 consecutive drops as well. Sirelia finding an unfortunate drop. And that actually helps buenoo overall. And I think both of these players miss around the same note, if that's not client. Ayan, Sirelia finding another drop, and I think we are gonna see the first break point in this matchup. Regardless of what happens now. Unless buenoo, what are you doing? Medyo nakakahanap ng mga late misses ito si buenoo, and that actually reduces the lead. Another late miss coming from buenoo. 2 late misses. But is there enough time? I don't think there is. And buenoo barely escapes with the break point. With those late misses. Medyo, this is really close. If you're buenoo, if you wanted to dominate this pick, this is actually really, really close. Pero yun na nga, buenoo does get a break point, which is really important for the dynamic of this match. Especially now that it is gonna be your pick as well, so you have a chance to get to stretch your advantage to 2 charts. While manageable yung 2 chart lead pa rin if you're Sirelia. It's not exactly a position you want to be in, especially with the amount of points for your opponent to win the entire thing is becoming less and less. And this pick by buenoo is gonna be very vital for us. It's gonna be very vital to see kung ano mangyayari later on in this matchup, really. Ngayon, hinihintay na natin at ito na nga po, buenoo is gonna pick Rice 3. If the other chords team is out, ito na. One chords team pick is out, you go for this one. The faster of the 2 chords team picks, the burstier one. Medyo lang, like actually the bursts might come into play actually, like especially if you're a player prone to missing really. Ito na, here comes the fun stuff. Sirelia finding a drop as we enter this section, which I think we would have expected from them. Meanwhile, Buenoo, 99.9%. And Sirelia finding a few drops, which I think Sirelia would have expected in this pick. And that is just gonna help Buenoo stretch his lead a bit more. But Buenoo unfortunately finding a drop, and that is a pretty big one as well, dropping 0.2% with that miss. But as unfortunate as it is, it doesn't really matter really in the context of this matchup. Kasi napakalaki na lamang ni Buen, and this is being helped by a few misses coming from Sirelia. Another miss coming from Buenoo earlier, pero again, as I mentioned, score-wise it's unfortunate, pero match-wise, it doesn't really matter. Like, napakalaki na lamang ni Buen dito. And both players actually managed to negotiate that stair section really well. And I think at this point, Buenoo just needs to take this home. And ano na lang, like, limit the misses if as much as possible. Ano na, like, don't get late misses compared to what happened from previous start for Buenoo. Ano yan na nga po, this should be it. Buenoo will be picking up a second point in a row, stretching their advantage in this match by 2 charts. Okay, so now it is Sirelia's pick. And Sirelia is now going for their Protect Hybrid 2. Which I don't know if this is a good pick now, considering that Buen has won both of the hybrid charts in this match. I'm not sure if it's gonna be anything different for Sirelia here. And we should be starting a few moments from now. At ito na po, we have Hybrid 2. This is Sirelia's Protect, just for context. Pero Buenoo has won the other hybrid picks. Not much evidence to show that it will be any different. Pero Sirelia has been showing a bit more consistent form this time around, which is a good sign. Pero a 200 from Sirelia? Ooh! Miss from Buenoo. Is this one of those hybrid charts that Buenoo is not gonna excel at? This is actually pretty interesting to look at. Sirelia with 2/10 accuracy advantage over Buen and the combo as well. Now if you're Sirelia, you want to maintain this as much as possible. Ooh, okay, that's a big miss coming from Buenoo, dropping another 10 off their accuracy. But wait a minute, kaping mainit, Sirelia's accuracy has actually dropped. And the drop in the combo as well. Now Buenoo has the combo and has the accuracy advantage now. Sirelia, like pagbalik na 400 combo, if Sirelia still holds the lead, it's just gonna be a lead that is held together by combo, really. Sirelia needs to be super careful now. At ito na nga, Buenoo is slowly creeping towards the lead. The lead is now slowly getting into Buenoo's side of your screen here. Sirelia needs to maintain this accuracy as much as possible. At yun na nga po, ang lamang balik na kay Buenoo. And the miss coming from Sirelia, that's not gonna help with him at all. And again, this is what I meant. Buenoo has won the other hybrid picks of this pool. There's not much evidence to say that Sirelia will be winning this one as much as this is their protect. And another miss coming from Sirelia, make those two misses in a row, almost dropping them below 99%. And Buenoo is now on that phase where they just need to take this home to get match point. Well nga. And now, Buenoo is just gonna continue stretching the lead as we see yet another miss from Sirelia. And I think this is indeed Buenoo's match point now. And I think we have someone joining us in the call here. Finally joining me in the comment booth, fresh from the 4K match that finished just a few moments earlier. Siloweska, Lively Peninsula, welcome.
Hello. Okay. I will go insane scores from these two. Man, Buenoo's ratio is extremely good. I will say this. Boji and Forken, it ended in a 6-0, but I will say this: both of their scores were too good. Okay, we had the 255 jump stream pick, diba, to end. We had a double 998. So
so basically, the scoreline does not explain what happened in the match.
Yeah.
Anyways, if you just entered the stream coming from the A stream, this is indeed a 7K matchup between Sirelia and Buenoo. Story of the match, on the first 4 picks of the chart of the match, these two have been trading, pero 3 points in a row now from Buenoo. And I've been explaining kanina, Sirelia protected Hybrid 2, pero Hybrid 1, Hybrid 3, si Buenoo napanalo niya.
Okay.
So there's not enough compelling case for Sirelia to win Hybrid 2. Kaya I was actually wondering ba't pinili Hybrid 2. At ayun na nga, nakita nyo, as you guys entered, Buenoo has won all of the Hybrid picks.
Di ba, like what you don't protect Hybrid against someone. You know, ito kasi yun eh. My mindset on this is like, hybrids are like one of the last things you protect, in my opinion.
Yeah, right.
Because you never know if your LN skill is more than enough to beat someone who's more adept to rise patterns. Kasi we don't like to admit it, but a lot of the hybrids are determined by how good someone is physically.
Yep.
And I think that was a tactical mistake on Sirelia by that end. I think he should have protected a coordination LN at the very least. Kasi doon talaga magsa-struggle si Buenoo eh.
Ay. Pero the thing with the LN pool is like there's enough compelling case for everything to be banned. And I want to say that Buenoo actually banned what would have been Sirelia's best pick, which was LN4. That was a really good ban coming from Buenoo. But anyways, here comes LN3 and a miss coming from Sirelia. Oh, that's not a good sign here. If you're Sirelia, you want to stretch this match. If you want to extend this match by one more chart. Kasi na nga po, match point si Buenoo ngayon.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know, like Ayun, so let's
Okay,
continue.
that's a big miss coming from Buen. Pero the accuracy advantage is still in their side.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's a massive
okay.
miss from Sirelia.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Bueno's accuracy has always brought him to advantageous positions. That's what I've been noticing. Eh. He's really waiting for that moment to strike, and when it hits, it's gonna make a big impact. Oh,
Well, as you said that though,
ayun
yun
na.
nga lang.
Oh, well, ito.
Okay.
Etong
Eto.
pick na to, I understand why Bueno chose this. Lalo na if he was
Well,
on all the hybrid season league. But, if Bueno can keep that consistency, this could really start to dwindle. Oh! Right on.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, that's what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying.
ayun. Actually,
Ayun lang.
like,
Ayun
an
lang.
interesting, okay, yeah, that sequence did not have Bueno at all. And now, Sirelia
Oh,
is
please
on their
hold.
way. Oh, please hold, yes. Sirelia is on their way now to,
Wait,
oh no,
wait.
no, you don't do
Wait,
this.
wait.
You don't do this.
Bueno had one drop. But
Oh
it did not
no,
bet. It didn't bet it.
oh
Oh!
no, oh my
The
god.
app. Oh, wait!
Oh my god,
No, wait,
wait.
no! Wait, no!
No.
No! Ah!
Wow! Late
Ow.
misses from both of these players is trading misses all over the place. And in the end, it is Bueno picking up their 6th point of the match and has officially entered the top 3 of PHNAT's 7K for the first time.
What just happened? The accuracy brought
Yeah.
Bueno. Man, I mean,
Oh.
with all the maps that were left though, I had the feeling it was really limited options for Sirelia pa din. However,
Oh.
this was still a really good performance from both. I mean, it was a
Indeed.
matter of accuracy and consistency, and if one of these players couldn't bring what their factor that had the advantage, they won't be able to win. And in this case, Bueno was able to bring his accuracy consistently from start to finish, which is why he got it.
And that consistency as well. That accuracy and consistency really helped Bueno really in this entire tournament. And look at it. Bueno is rewarded with the first time podium finish in PH Lats. Like again, waiting na lang siya sa panalo sa kabila eh. Like that's actually a really, really impressive thing shown here by Bueno here. Meanwhile for Sirelia,
I mean, Sirelia,
there's still a chance. Winners bracket match to.
okay, well, Bueno being here kind of confirms that we're gonna have a new podium. That's for sure.
Indeed.
I
Okay,
mean,
tingnan natin. State of the bracket address. Soba. Ayan na.
Okay, so Sirelia and Bueno. Okay, so Bueno's waiting for Sunny versus Arquin. Man, it would be so cool to see how Bueno performs here. I just want to say that. Sige, let's go down.
Yes.
Let's go down.
Let's go down. Meanwhile, Sirelia, one of the...
Oh,
Oh, okay. Okay.
that's gonna be hard. Okay, Nick. Oh, I almost said a different one.
Nick
I
Droid.
almost said Nick Droid. Okay, akala ko sorry, yun yung una ko naisip eh. But you know, okay, so Nicolot, okay, versus Dota 2 Invoker, and then
Yes.
VRX versus Shadow Kun. Alam mo, ito
Any one of those four could be Sirelia's opponent.
Alam mo what, ito opinion ko lang to. I have a feeling magpo-fall off itong player na to. Pero if Sirelia's opponent is VRX, yun ang magiging nakakatakot. Why? Kasi, you notice how Buenos Rice accuracy is up there? I have a feeling VRX is like, someone like that. Someone like Nicolot naman is, I think, more well-rounded. If I could correct me if I'm wrong, I think Nicolot is very well-rounded. So if Sirelia was facing Nicolot, siguro medyo alanganin din. But based on what I'm seeing here, ang gusto sanang ni Sirelia here is someone who may not be as accurate as Bueno. I don't know. Yun ang nakakatakot lang is yun.
It's like like the thing about this bracket, like especially yung mga bracket ni Sirelia right now, there's enough compelling case for all of those four people to be Sirelia's opponent. Like any one of these four, like there's equal chance.
Yun na nga eh. I don't know who's gonna be winning out of the four people there. but
Pero
I would be
we're
scared.
gonna know. Actually, yeah. Let's move to the schedules. Kasi one of those two matchups, one of the four people will be playing in what? In less than 10 minutes from now. We have Nicolot going against Dota 2 Invoker. And that is a fun matchup, I'd say.
Yeah. Well,
Okay. Yeah,
it's really gonna be fun.
indeed.
Though I can't wait to see a lot of these matches. I'll let you take the lead for now, though, sir.
Okay. So, yun na nga po. In less than 10 minutes, less than 9 minutes, we have Nicolot against Dota 2 Invoker. At kami po'y babalik sa A stream. So, we're gonna go back to Also Live PH, the main stream. The next stream sa B stream naman, and if the streamers are available, we would have Silicosis going against Sakuragi, which is a 4K losers bracket match at 6 p.m. That is if we have enough streamers to have a double stream
I
dito
mean,
sa Also Live PH2.
don't worry. I mean, I'll be here, so I'll be a backup.
Yeah, yun na nga. So, that's it for us for now. Kita-kits na lang po tayo sa A-Stream, and this has been the OSO Philippines 2020. I was waiting for KSMK tournament.